Welcome to Automation Academy TV. Our tutorial for today is Apprentice Electrician Aptitude Test and interview question and answer. This video is a preparation for your journey to become a member of International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. It consists of aptitude test and interview question and answer. I will give you a quick overview before we get started. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers form the aptitude test and the National Joint Apprenticeship Committee to help the candidate to become a licensed electrician. The test has two sections, algebra and reading comprehension. If you have passed the aptitude test, you will be scheduled for interview. And if you pass the interview, you will receive a packet mail and instructions and tools needed for the job. The process takes a few months from application to acceptance. Note, please be aware that the selections are not always immediately following the interview. Now let's proceed to our topic, interview question and answer. Question number 1. Describe or explain a time when someone got hurt. What did you do? Sample answer. We are working on a ceiling to install some lights in one of our company projects. And accidentally, one of our co-workers got electrical shock and fell down the floor and broke his right leg. I quickly got the first aid kit and called 911 and our managers for assistance. Do you have a co-worker that always annoyed you? How do you handle it? Sample answer. Personally, if I have a co-worker that continually annoyed me, I will find some common ground or interest for us to work with. And you should stay out of arguments that would cause a negative impact on your job. And if you cannot handle the situations, address the issue to your supervisor or manager. Why do you want to join International Brotherhood of Electrical Worker Union? Sample answer. In order to have a better training and apprenticeship program, and aside from that, joining electrical union, you will receive a compensation that you deserve for your work you do, but also adequate health benefits to cover you and your family. What are you measuring when testing a fuse? Sample answer. If you can remove a fuse from the circuit, you are measuring resistance, and it is the easiest way to determine if the fuse is blown by continuity testing. Another way to test a fuse is by measuring the voltage across it with a digital multimeter. This is helpful if the fuse is not able to be easily removed from the circuit. Question number 2. What is Ohm's Law? Ohm's Law is the formula to calculate the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance in a circuit. And the formula is V equals I times R, I equals V over R, and R equals V over I. If you want to know the voltage, X out the V in the pyramid and multiply current and resistance. See the first pyramid above. What are the types of electrical systems have you worked on the past? I have worked on residential services that use a center tap neutral, various 120 volts lighting, and various plug loads, 240 volt single phase loads for water heater and electric range and air conditioner. And for commercial electrical system, 3-phase 277 and 480 volts and HVAC loads, 120 volt single phase lighting and convenience outlet or plug. Sample answer number 2. I have worked on industrial 3-phase electrical services like 3-phase motor loads and also utility power. Note, industrial and manufacturing plants have 3-phase motor loads and 120 volt single phase lighting and convenience outlet or plug. What does PPE stands for? And can you give me an example? Answer. PPE stands for Personal Protective Equipment. It's protective clothing, helmets, goggles, and other equipments designed to protect human body from injury or infection. What would you do if you saw an employee violating a safety rule? Sample answer number 1. When you see a coworker breaking safety procedure or otherwise acting unsafely, talk to the person in private, Approach your coworker with kindness and understanding that he or she maintains a safe working practice. Number 2, notify your supervisor. If your coworker refuses to listen to you and still doing unsafe practices, talk with your supervisor, share the details such as offender dates, times, and incidents. Why are you interested in this job? Sample answer. I am interested in this job because I am looking for an opportunity that let me exercise my skill. I feel this position will allow me to succeed because my experience is related to the job. Can you tell me something about your previous or something about your experience? I developed extensive skills with the electrical system for the last 5 years, and I am excellent with commercial and residential installations and repairs, and also knowledgeable in analyzing and solving various electrical problems. Why are you leaving your current or previous job? Sample answer number 1. My current job has been a great experience, but the growth is limited because the company is relatively small. I need to look somewhere like this company where there is opportunity to grow my career. Sample answer number 2. I'm ready for the next challenge in my career. I love the people I work with and the projects that I work on, but at some point I'm looking for a company where opportunity to grow my career. What is your preferred method of diagnosing problem? Sample answer. The way I approach first, I will ask the homeowner if it is a house, but if it is a plant, I will ask the operator and get some information, and this will lead you to the problem. Try to look first the simple problem like circuit breaker trip, stop is pressed, rather than removing the electric motor immediately. Have you ever had conflict with your superior or colleagues, and how do you handle it? Sample answer. I think everyone at some point had a conflict with their superior or colleagues. I'll just try to work with them whenever possible and stay away with conflict as much as I could. What is your strength and weakness? Sample answer for what is your strength. I am a hardworking and responsible person and do my duties on time. Sample answer for what is your weakness. I do not stop working until the job is done. I should know my limitation. How important are safety regulations and following safety guidelines to you while on the job? Sample answer. Safety and customer satisfaction is my priority. I try to follow the guidelines of the company policy and review them. Additionally, I always make sure to conduct myself in a safe manner while performing my electrical installation and repair duty, either in a home or a plant facilities. Do you have any question for us? Sample answer. Always say yes if these questions will be asked. Sample answers. What are the most immediate projects that need to be addressed? What is the next process after the interview? Now, let's proceed to technical questions. Can you draw a schematic diagram of a three-way switch? Here's a sample of three-way switch for your reference. Technical questions. These jobs require you to bend, crawl, lift heavy loads, entering confined space, noisy environment. Do you have any problem with that? Usually the answer is no. If yes, you need to explain based on your medical and personal condition. Will you be available to work overtime, shift change, swing shift, or grave shift? How do you change the directions of the motor? Answer. In a three-phase induction motor, Reversing any two of the three wires will change the rotations of direction. Do you familiar with any electrical tools? Name a few more electrical tools and how to use it. Self-explanatory. Another questions. Do you know how to bend AMT or electrical metallic tubing? Can you pull a cable? Do you afraid of height? These are the typical questions and the answer is self-explanatory. What is PIT? Answer, powered industrial track. Do you know how to operate them? Bomb lift, scissor lift, forklift. What is means by table 310.15b16? Answer, allowable ampacities for insulated conductors, provided columns for copper and aluminum conductors. Say table. Here we have an equation. 3x plus 5 equals 11. A variable is a letter or symbol that hides behind a number. The letter X, Y, and Z are the most common generic symbol for variables. We read this as 3x and is the same as 3 multiplied by x. And to read the equation is 3x plus 5 equals 11. And the point of solving the variable is to find what is the number behind the variable. In our case, the variable is x. In our first problem, we're going to find the value of x. And the choices is 8, 5, 2, and 0. First, we need to subtract by 5 in order to simplify the problem. Here's the important rule. Whatever you do on the left side, you're going to do also on the right side. If you subtract or add on the left side, we're going to subtract or add on the right side also. After that, we're going to bring down 3x. Since 5 minus 5 is 0, we're not going to bring down the 0. 11 minus 5 is 6. We're going to bring down 6. Next, we are going to simplify the equation. 3x equals 6. After that, since 6 is divisible by 3, we're going to divide it by 3. Then we are going to cancel the 3. So the answer is x equals 2. After that, we are going to check if our answer is correct. 3x plus 5 equals 11. We are going to substitute the value of x. Since our x here is 2, we are going to insert it here. So 3 times 2 equals 6. 6 plus 5 equals 11. So it is equal. The answer is letter C. The next problem is a pattern. I will read first the problem. Consider the following patterns of a number. 108, 110, 105, 107, 102. What is the next number on the pattern? Here I am just looking the relationship. 108 to 110 plus 2. 110 to 105 minus 5. 105 to 107 plus 2. 107 to 102 minus 5. Then it say what the next number on the pattern. That's gonna be positive 2. And it should be 104. Back to the question, the answer is C. In our next problem, we have equation. And the equation is A equals B plus 5, open parenthesis, 6 minus C, close parenthesis. If B equals 5 and C equals 3, what is the value of A? And the choices is A 18, B 15, C 12, D 20. Don't skip the video. I have a very helpful tips at the end of this video in order for you to pass the test. In this equation, we're going to take the 5 and replace the B, and then take the 3 and replace the C. And the question is, what is the value of A? In this expression, we have the order of operation. P for parenthesis, E for exponent, M for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, S for subtraction. Next, we're going to substitute and rewrite the equation to simplify the problem. Rewrite again the equation. A equals 5 plus 15. Then our A is 20. Back to the problem. If B equals 5 and C equals 3, what is the value of A? The value of A is 20. In our next problem, consider the following formula. Y equals 3 open and close parenthesis, x plus 5, multiplied with open and close parenthesis, x minus 2. Which of the following formulas is equivalent to this one? In this problem down here, we have two parentheses, x plus 5 and x minus 2. What we're gonna do here, we simplified first the two parentheses. After that, we multiplied it by 3. X multiplied by x equals x squared. X multiplied by negative 2, negative 2x. Then let's do the bottom part. Positive 5 multiplied by x plus 5x. 5 multiplied by negative 2 equals minus 10. Then simplify the equation, x squared minus 2x plus 5x minus 10. We bring down x squared. Negative 2x plus 5x equals 3x. Then we are going to bring down 10. Then the new equation is x squared plus 3x minus 10. Then after that, we are going to multiply the whole equation by 3. 3 times x squared equals 3x squared. 3 times 3x equals 9x. And 3 times minus 10 equals negative 30. Back to the problem, the answer is A. How many minutes in one day? Answer. We know that 1 day is equals to 24 hours and 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. 24 times 60 is equals 1,440 minutes. Next question. How many hours and minutes in 1 year? Note, 1 year is equals 365 days. 365 days equals 24 hours over 1 day. We are going to cancel the days to become hours. 365 times 24 hours equals 860 hours. 860 hours equals 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. To become minutes, we are going to cancel the hours. 8,760 times 60 minutes equals 525,600 minutes. How are you going to convert 70% to decimal? Answer. Divide 75 by 100. This can also be written as 75 slash 100 or 75 divided by 100. The result is 0.75, meaning that 75% is the same as 0.75. What is the equivalent 0.25 decimal unit to fraction? 0.25 is equals quarter, 0.5 is equal half ends, 0.75 is equals 3/4. How are you going to convert 1/4 to decimal? Divide the denominator, the bottom part, into the numerator, the top part. Look at the example, 1/4, and the number form, 1 divided by 4 equals 0.25. What is the square root of 144? Using your calculator, the answer is 12. Next question. The square of 4, also use your calculator, x raised to the 2, the answer is 16. What is the freezing point of water? Answer. 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. What is the weight of US gallon of water? 8.33 pounds or 3.785 kilogram at room temperature. What is the formula of temperature conversion? For the formula of degree Celsius equals open parenthesis degree Fahrenheit minus 32 close parenthesis times 5/9. For the formula of degree Fahrenheit equals open parenthesis degree Celsius times 9/5 close parenthesis plus 32. How many square inches in square foot? Note that 1 feet is equals 12 inches, or 1 square feet is equals to 12 square inches. 1 feet times 1 feet is also equals to 12 inches times 12 inches is equals 144 inches. What are the 3 equations of Ohm's law? A equals I times R, I equals A over R, R equals A over I. What is the formula of series and parallel circuit? This is the simple circuit. This is the series circuit. This is the parallel circuit. This is the formula of series circuit. RT equals R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on. Let's read the example of series circuit. A 3-pieces lamp connected in series having a resistance of 3, 5, and 9 ohms. What is the total resistance? Using our formula, RT equals R1 plus R2 plus R3. RT equals 3 plus 5 plus 9. RT equals 17 ohms. And this is the formula of parallel circuit. 1 over RT equals 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3 and so on. How much the current of 5 horsepower conveyor motor connected to a single phase 230 volts with 80% power factor? Note, 1 horsepower is equals to 746 watts. This is the power formula with respect to motors. P equals VI power factor. V is for voltage, I is for current, and PF is for power factor. And if we are going to find the formula of current, I equals P over B times power factor. Solution to the problem above. In this problem, the given is 5 horsepower, 230 volts, and 80% power factor. Solution. First, we're going to convert the 5 horsepower to watts. 5 times 746 watts equals 3,730 watts. We already convert the horsepower to watts. The answer is 3,730 watts. Now we're going to substitute. 3,730 watts divided by 230 volts times 0.8 power factor. The current is 20 amperes. For our 3-phase formula, P equals square root of 3 voltage times current times power factor. And the square root of 3 is constant. If we're going to get the current of a 3-phase motor, it's the same procedure on single phase, except that we're just going to add the square root of 3 because it is 120 degrees apart. What is the speed of 4-pole induction motor at 50 Hz? The formula is N equals 2 times F times 60 over P, or 120 times F over P, where speed of motor is synchronous speed. F equals frequency measured in Hertz. P is the number of poles per phase. The answer is N equals 2 times 50 times 60 over 4 equals 1,500 RPM, or revolution per minute. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good one.